So many of you have watched Total Carp Fishing TV for a while now and have watched any of my live in-session videos will know that I'm a big fan of Wolf's QI alarms, having used them since their release. Today I'm going to be taking a look at the most affordable alarm in their Icon range, and that's the Icon Q2 and then the QR hub receiver. So the Icon Q2 is built on that same robust body that the QI and the Q are built on as well, and that's built right here in the UK. As you can see, there's a few minor differences on the actual front of the alarm, whereby there's only 2 independent dials on the Q2, whereas you've got 3 on the Q and 4 on the QI, where it has that additional vibration function. So the first small change is that rather than the sensitivity dial, the alarm is turned on with a long hold of the menu button on the side. So if you just hold that down, you'll see it turns on there. I can just show that that's working. Then on the front, you've got a volume dial, which goes from completely silent. And then if I turn it all the way around onto its loudest setting, that's got plenty of volume there. You then got a tone dial as well, which goes from a really low tone all the way through to a very high tone. So this is set somewhere in the middle. But if I turn that around high, you get a real high tone through to a real low tone. So turn that back around to about where it was. And if you hear there, it's actually got that drop back differentiation that's also present in the QI and the Q alarms. So although it doesn't have the actual sensitivity dial on the front of the alarm, you do still have 5 sensitivity settings within the Q2, but these are operated within the menu function. A quick click, you can toggle through the various sensitivities. So that's on 3 there, 4 there, 5 there, so that's the least sensitivity. And then if I keep going round, that's on the most sensitive, and you'll see even just small movements there cause the alarm to go into meltdown. So as you can see, the alarm has 2 very large and bright LEDs, and the colour of these can be changed with 4 optional colours. So if you hold down the menu button, and then you can alter the colour from red, green, blue and yellow using the volume dial. And then you can also change the colour of the night light, which is this little light here, again cycling through those same colours. Just like the QI and the Q, the Q2 also features the local mute button on the side. So you click the mute button once and it'll mute your alarm for 30 seconds whilst you set your bob in, click it again, and the sound comes back on. So a few other key features on the alarm is the rubberized rod grip, which securely holds your rod in position so it doesn't slide around on the take. You've then got the smart indicator and the IQ ports underneath, which are for pairing other Icon devices and things like illuminated hangers. Just like the QI and the Q, there's also an extensive range of further features which can be controlled by the hub. Retailing at £150, it's a really quality piece of kit which really competes with other alarms at a much higher price point. So let's move on to the QR. So as you can see, the Icon QR is a more compact and simpler receiver compared to the hub. So if I just turn the alarm on by holding the power button, you'll see all the LEDs illuminate. There we go, it's turned on. So if I just take my bank stick, pop it between my legs there with the alarm on it, just to show you that the alarm is paired with the QR receiver there. As you can see, it's paired on the first channel, and there's actually 6 channels there to pair with 6 alarms. So a really nice feature of the QR is it actually replicates what's going on in your alarm as well, and that's both in terms of the tone of the alarm. So if I just change the tone there, make it nice and high pitched, and that replicates that in the alarm. But not only that, if I change the colour of the LEDs in the alarm itself, So there you go, I've set those to red. And that changes in the QR too. So operating the QR is very simple. You can use these up and down arrows to change the volume. You've then got a global mute function, which if you've got the 3 alarms set up and you want to recast them all, set all the bobbins all at once, you can press the global mute function, and then you've only got the vibration going on in the receiver there whilst you're setting your alarms. You can also then use the OK button and the up and down to select various channels in the receiver when you come to making adjustments there. It's worth mentioning that while the Q2 alarm only has 4 colours, the actual LEDs in the QR receiver has 7 different colours, and that's because the QI and the Q alarms have 7 colours in them. Range is also no issue with the QR receiver, and whilst it's not quite the 2 kilometres that you get with the hub, you do actually get a 1 kilometre line of sight with the QR. Now obviously you're never going to be a kilometre away from your rods, but what that does mean is that you've got great signal strength through dense foliage. So if you're bivvied up just behind a load of trees and stuff like that, and your rods are out in the water, then getting signal through to the QR isn't going to be a problem. So the QR receiver also features an anti-theft device, so that if the alarm is turned off without you knowing, you get a loud, audible tone. So the QR receiver retails at £180, but you can actually buy combinations of the different icon alarms, the QR or the Q hub, all as a combination set. A final point which is worth mentioning as well is that Wolf actually offer a 2-year warranty on all their icon products, and that's extended to a 3-year warranty when it's registered with them. So if you want to find out more information, head over to www.wolfint.co.uk.